guys, so on Mark's beautiful black Z32, we did the Powertrix coilovers. We've been working with Charles for quite some time, and as of late, the last few years, Charles has definitely stepped up the game, working with Swift and also doing some custom dampening and valving to his coilovers. It's been a tremendous, huge breakthrough as far as having a vehicle you can drive on the street comfortably, and of course having it so that you can have your canyon carving and your weekend track events all in one. So the beautiful thing with his coilovers is the way they adjust. You don't have to put any preload on the springs. He's made updates to the bushings. There's a lot of really good things. So anytime anybody asks me, for a coilover setup, it's always Powertrix is the go-to. We've used different stuff over the years. KW was something we were using in the past, but in all sincerity, I feel that the Powertrix is a much better setup. Most coilovers, you're gonna have the pogo setup where they're just way too stiff. The spring rates are just way too aggressive, and it just makes the car unenjoyable for a street car. Especially if you're gonna be on the highway, you're gonna be feeling every little crack, and if you've got back issues like I do, I've had 2 back surgeries, that's no fun, driving your car that way. And with the Powertrix setup, I always say this, you get to have your cake and you get to eat it too with that setup. So on Mark's, after he ended up driving it, he picked it up from us, immediately got a phone call from him just praising the suspension feel, the ride quality, and the response. Previously, Mark had been running the Tane Tech springs. They're the gold colored ones, and the KYB shocks. So we had those on the softer setting. I forget, I think they're, oh man, correct me if I'm wrong, I think they were a 6-way or 8-way adjustable in the front and 4-way in the back. But it had a decent ride, but really after you get this Powertrix setup in there, and again, this is the ultralights I'm talking about with custom valving. This isn't the off-the-shelf stuff. You got to ask for the special sauce from Charles. So you get the upgraded Swift springs and then also the custom valving setup that is what we like to do. So on all our customer cars, that's what we go with. It's definitely worth the extra money, and it's still very, easily budget-minded. It comes in still cheaper than the KW stuff, and the other stuff really, I wouldn't even mention it because it's not worth it. Do it right, and go with the Powertrix stuff. So Charles has been, just focused on the Nissan platform. Started with the Z32, and he's out there heavily campaigning with his Nissan Challenge racing events and setting track records himself and for his customers as well. So you know where to go.